Well folks, welcome back to the workshop. Will we have time for a wee quickie before the holidays here? Let's find out. Bosch hammer drill left on for repair. Man's stuck for this and he sort of needs it today. We're closed tomorrow for a week. So let's see what we can do. This is the GBH 3/28 DFR. Let's see what she's doing. She's not doing much. She let out a kick. One kick and then nothing. But there's no sparks and no bad smells, so we'll see what's wrong here. This man says he needs to finish a job. If it can't be fixed, he's going to have to buy a new one. He sort of needs to know something before the holidays here. It would help if he didn't have it full of cement. Right, brushes, I think, are making contact. Just test the meter. You can tell straight away if they're making contact. If you just touch both brushes, if they make continuity, it means it's getting across the armature. If it doesn't, it means it's not. Oh, it actually isn't. I was sure that was making contact. Let's see what's going on here. A quick blast with air here first. Luckily these brush holders can come off very easily. Just pull it up and give it a little wiggle at the same time. It'll pop out. Well, there's our problem there. That brush ain't moving. She's jammed. This will be a quick and easy wee fix. Well, we hope so anyway, as long as it doesn't need a brush holder. Might have been the cement. You can hear how gritty that was when it came out. Sometimes a little bit of cement can just fall on and foil it up. What's that one like? That one's moving better. So the brushes aren't actually gone. There's still plenty of meat left on them. Lift up that spring, put it to one side. And that runs up and down, no problem. So imagine some of the cement that fell out was on here. But just give it a quick wee file anyway, just to smooth it down, so the problem doesn't come back again. Just make sure you get the very edge of the brass as well, just in case there's a burr. Now, what are we wrong with that? We hope nothing. We hope that there is this thing sorted. There's only one way to find out. Switch her on. There's a bit of a gap in them. Wonder how big those original brushes would have been. There's still meat left on, but I wonder if it would be better to just change them now before they start to wear out. I think we'll just check up the number. We'll compare them to a new set and see if they are very short. We might just change them anyway. If you want to look up part numbers from Bosch or breakdown diagrams or even order parts, you can just go on to the actual Bosch website and just search for spare parts. All you need is your drill. In the back of here there's a little serial number. See his badge? There should be a long 10-digit number. That there's your actual type number. Type that in and that'll tell you everything you need to know. So it's 3611 B4A 071. That gives you that same model, GBH 3/28 DFR. Same as this here, 328 DFR. Click that, and it comes up the breakdown diagram for you. Shows you all the different parts, and you can highlight whatever part you want. It comes up all the part numbers, comes up the price, and you can put it in order with Bosch and order whatever you need. Or you can just do this on a separate site. Most suppliers will actually have breakdown diagrams on their own site as well, or you can just search the part number and just get it on Google or eBay or something like that. So where am I looking? Brushes down here. Doesn't always show your number, you have to go down to the list. So you can buy them in packs of 10 or individually. So you just want one set. And then on 525, head over to the parts wall here. There's just a wall of all different spare parts, electrical fittings, but mainly all brushes and bearings. All down the bottom here is all different bearings. And then the next row up is all Makita brushes. And then the section here then, these 3 rows all the way down from the top, it's all Bosch brushes. So I am looking for, what was it, 525. Just parts hanging on wee hooks here on these here shelves as well. There we go there. Surprisingly, you wouldn't go through a wide lot of these brushes, but you always keep them in stock anyway. Carbon brushes, if you do any sort of tool repairs, they're well worth keeping in stock. Get a few different spare sets on. So a wee bit of wear in that, alright. Seeing as it's in, and we just cleaned it, we'll just stick in a set of brushes because it's not exactly going to cost much extra just to replace the brush. You're going to have something to show for it. They are a long brush. They're not halfway worn out. We'll just change them anyway. Saves him taking another trip in a few months' time, because these here will be a heavy duty wee drill. Generally got for heavy duty work, boys are using them all the time. So we'll be seeing plenty of work. Greatest wee pliers, these here. They're about a 4, 5-in-1 combi set from Draper Expert. They're actually, Draper don't actually make them, there's another brand that makes them. You get them in different brands, but they're an ergo set, they're angled. You can do different things with them. They're snips, they're crimps, they're strippers, they're cable cutters, and they're bolt shears here. And they make loops on this side. But the tips are only really designed for snipping cable or cable ties. They eventually wear down, but they're not so sharp. They're going to snip metal. So they're great for actually grabbing stuff. So they work like a pair of fine nose pliers as well. I find them great here in the workshop. They come in handy for just about everything. Now, that's where you want the brushes to be sitting with loads of meat all the way back. Makes a difference there now. Right. This should hopefully cure the problem. Be a nice wee easy fix. Pull back them brushes just by hand. These little springs in the middle, make sure they're sitting center. And just give it a wee wiggle and a twist. Whilst pushing it down, it'll snap back down into place. The wee springs either side are actually the springs that cause it to slide and to lock it into both positions. Slide them in, and that's it. And just make sure you've got it sitting in the right direction. Before you put that on, before I finish this, I'm just going to run it here now to see, to make sure it works, to make sure it's not sparking. her. No sparks, working perfect. Nice one. That'll do the job. Stick that back on again. That'll keep this man running over the weekend and over the holidays. What, we 25 € fix. Saving having to buy a new machine, especially one of these here, probably costs around maybe 350 €. One of these here jobs, so that'll save us, man, quite a bit of money. But anyway, folks, that's her. Another one up and running. That's just another wee quick video for today. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching. As always, if you're liking the tool repair videos, make sure to drop us a wee like and a follow down below. And if you're on the summer holidays, hope you have a good one, because I'm off here now for a week. I'm going to make the most of it. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. Chat to you later.